A few days ago, I made a beautiful survey for you, my beautiful subscribers, whom I'm going to call Chi lovers. You get the joke because my last name is Chi. Well, I don't need to explain it. Anyway, let's read the instructions.
But before that, let's have our audience welcome the beautiful, incomparable Ismael Chi.
Thank you. You're all very kind. And welcome to Who Can I Beat Up? I'm your host, Ismael Chi, and let's read the instructions quickly. Context. A few days ago, I did a survey for you, my beautiful subscribers, about which animals you think you could beat up, win against in a fist fight. And well, here are the instructions. You can't use weapons and only have the clothes you're wearing. I hope you're not watching in just your underwear or naked. You have your fists and survival instinct. You're in a locked room with these animals. Good luck. You'll need it. Before we start, a quick example. 898 of you answered this question. Can I beat a Pitbull in a fight to the death? Him? The 0.6 said he couldn't beat a Pitbull, not even close. And the other 42.4%, which is pretty alarming, pretty concerning, thinks they can actually beat a Pitbull in a fight to the death in a locked room. I think they don't know what a Pitbull is, or they're confusing it with a Chihuahua. But I have a neighbor who has Pitbulls, and they're freaking huge. They have giant jaws, and they're really intimidating. And I don't think even 2% of the population could beat one. So keep that in mind for the next questions. Next question, we have the giraffe versus you guys, my subscribers, where we're going to guess what percentage thinks they could beat a giraffe. And while you're thinking about what percentage thinks they could beat a giraffe, we're going to put a lot of fun facts on the screen so you can learn about the beautiful animal kingdom and its living creatures. Honestly, I don't know how many of you answered this just for fun and did it as a joke. But according to you, 22.8% of you, my beautiful subscribers, think you could beat a giraffe in a fight to the death? Yes, 1 out of every 5 humans watching me thinks they could beat a giraffe in a fight to the death. That's pretty concerning and you need professional help. By the way, did you know that giraffes and humans have the same number of bones in the neck? It's pretty strange to think about. But yes, giraffes just have slightly bigger bones. While editing the video, I realized I have a channel member. I didn't know. Thank you very much to Nicolas Rodriguez. You've been a channel member for 5 days now. I had no idea. Thank you so much. I'm gonna start making exclusive content for members, so more people will join. And well, thank you so much, really, and keep loving nature. Let's keep editing this video. Next case. Who wins? You, my subscribers, or an elephant? I didn't really specify what kind of elephant, but I think when we all think of an elephant, we think of the African elephant. Anyway, I think any elephant would beat you up. But according to you guys, let's see what percentage thinks they could beat up an elephant. And the answer to this one makes a bit more sense. Only 7.8% think they could beat an elephant. We have to keep in mind that a lot of the answers are probably jokes. At least, that's what I want to think. But yeah, 7.8% is more acceptable. But still, there's no human being who could beat an African elephant with their bare hands. And as a fun layon, and as a fun fact about elephants, they can be right-handed or left-handed. And depending on this, they will favor one tusk over the other. As we know, tusks are simply modified teeth, incredibly long thanks to evolution. Moving on to the beautiful country of Peru, we have a question related to pigeons. Please don't cancel me. But here's my question. Could I beat 10 pigeons in a fight to the death? Thus, surprisingly, well, here are the beautiful answers. And in the meantime, I'm going to tell you that pigeons are very demonized. Actually, they're very clean animals, and they need a pretty varied diet of vegetables. Ciudad les espera tener una buena salud. Seeds, but since they're very urbanized and deep in the city, they don't have anywhere to clean themselves. They don't have viable food sources to maintain good health. So we usually think these animals are dirty, but actually they're very clean if given the chance, and they make excellent pets. Here's the thing, there's 11.1% who don't think they could beat 10 pigeons in a fight to the death in a room, while the remaining 88.9% think they could totally take down the pigeons and even have them for dinner. Now, this next question really surprised me because we're going to fight a cheetah to the death. So, how many of you think you could beat a cheetah in a fight to the death? And honestly, this answer really surprised me. But while you're guessing, let me tell you an interesting fact. Cheetahs are not the fastest animal in the world. They're the fastest land mammal. However, the fastest animal in the world obviously is a bird, the beautiful and incredible peregrine falcon. If you answered that 18.5% of my subscribers think they could beat a cheetah, you're correct. While 81.5% have common sense and believe they couldn't beat a cheetah in a fight to the death. The next question, I was actually going to make a video specifically about this question because honestly it really surprised me, but I decided to do it all together. Why not? And it is, could I beat a goose in a fight to the death? Let's keep in mind that geese are very territorial. There are some incredibly large geese. I think the biggest goose is the giant Canada goose, if I'm not mistaken and my memory isn't failing me, but they have serrated tongues. And these are very territorial, like I said. And honestly, when I picture a goose, I think there's no way I could beat it. But according to you, 86.6% could beat a goose, while 13.4% couldn't beat a goose. I'm from Mexicali, where the city zoo is full of geese, and seeing them really scares me. I'm not sure if I have a phobia from being attacked as a kid, but you can't beat a goose. This next question really makes me laugh because it's, can I beat a single piranha in a fight to the death in the water, in parentheses, because obviously if it's not in water, obviously everyone would win. But the thing is, piranhas are very misunderstood animals. Actually, they're very timid. And if you get into a pool full of piranhas, most likely they'll swim away from you because they're really cowardly, I assure you. They're pretty demonized by movies. But in reality, they're quite harmless if you ask me. The thing is, 77.9% of people truly believe they could beat a piranha in a fight to the death, while the other 22% think they couldn't beat even a single little piranha in a fight to the death in the water. Stealthy as she passes by, stealthy as she passes by. That she-wolf is special. Who can I beat up? Some of you think you could beat a wolf in a fight to the death. But what percentage do you think that is? Oh. For a little reference, here's a picture of a wolf compared to a dog or a human. It depends on which picture I choose. But the point is they're really damn big. And a large percentage of you think you could beat a wolf in a fight to the death. Place your bets in the comments, please. And, well, honestly, I was really surprised because 20% think they could beat a wolf in a fight to the death. Well, that's how humans are. Second to last question. Who wins? A chimpanzee or a human? According to you, well, I'll tell you the percentage in a moment. But you have to keep in mind that chimpanzees are incredibly muscular. They're supposed to be about 35% stronger than humans on average. Most regular people don't know this. I only found out by Googling it. Many people believe they could defeat a chimpanzee in a fight, more than you'd expect. But I assure you, fewer than 1% could beat an average chimpanzee. But according to you, 26.4% think they could beat a chimpanzee, while 73.6% are rational and say that obviously they couldn't. And lastly, we have Chefcito against an average human being. Well, or rather against you guys, where, well, 13% of you don't have much self-esteem because you think that a half-kilo rat at most could beat you, even though you weigh hundreds of times more than this rat. Maybe you're afraid of them. But honestly, with just one kick, the poor rat would die. So just calm down a bit. Go to the gym, eat well, and that's all from me. Again, thank you very much to Nicolas Rodriguez for being the first channel member. You will be immortalized. But, well, as I always tell you, remember to follow me and love nature. Thank you very much.